wrong mindset that Christians have about sex is that it's only loose men and women that have sexual fantasies. Only loose men and women have sexual fantasies. Listen very carefully. Almost every human, I don't want to say every because I'm not in everybody's mind, but from my little 25 years experience in counseling and dealing with people, most people have sexual fantasies. Like I said, everybody's interested in sex, we're just shy to talk about it. This is why pornography still sells, because they are addressing an issue that people are interested in. This is why no matter how bad economies of countries are, prostitution is still going on in most countries. No matter how, even the countries that we have banned prostitutes, because the need is there. It's a real need for humans, all right? So the point is, it's not only loose men and women that have fantasies. It's almost normal for you to have desires and wishes sexually. Nothing's wrong with that, as long as it's within the confines of marriage. As long as it doesn't involve any harming or hurting of any individual. I have a video titled Sex Toys and Other Unspeakable Things. You need to watch that video also. So as long as you are not, harming anybody or doing anything like that, it's good to have sexual fantasies. It's part of how you spice up your marital sex, your sexual bed as a married couple. It's part of how you do. So don't just do the same position, the same style, morning, afternoon, night, every day for the past 20 years. It's going to get boring, guys. And a lot of people are even giving you a straight face as if I'm not interested in fantasy. They have fantasies. Some of them even go and look for somebody else outside their marriage to fulfill those fantasies. So trust me, it's human nature to do so, and it's not bad. As long as it's within the confines of your marriage and it's with your marriage partner, it's absolutely okay. So it's not only loose men and women that have sexual fantasies or that enjoy sex or desire sex. It's a normal human thing. All right. Number seven, letting loose on the sexual bed makes me a prostitute or makes me a loose person. No, because the mindset has been, I've seen many married couples go through this, that if you let yourself go, if you want to try new things and spice up things, your spouse will think, are you a prostitute? Where are you watching this? Where are you learning this from? No, within your sexual bed, you need to give the safety and security for your partner to express whatever desires they want. It's important, guys, for you to be yourself. If you want to try new things, go ahead and try it. It doesn't mean you are loose. And you, husband, please, when your wife wants to try new things, don't say, where are you learning these things from? You started. No, she just wants to spice up the bed. If your husband wants to try new things, as long as you're not hurting yourself, like I said, it's okay to try things. Don't just do the same old thing. And you have sex in the same old place on your bedroom. It's not your bedroom. You can never have sex. Come on, guys. Come on. This is not 1982. Come on, guys. This is not 1962. All right? Be versatile. It's okay. Your spouse is not loose if they want to let loose on the sexual bed. That is the safest place to try anything you want to try. Okay? Very important. Number 8, wrong mindset. Number 8, wrong mindset sexually that Christians have is that only men should initiate sex. Only men. There's some women that come with that holier than thou attitude. Is it Holy Mary they call it or something like that? They come with that attitude that, the way they taught my mother taught me, just cover yourself in your wrapper and lie in your corner. If the man wants you, he will come for you. If he doesn't want you, you face your Jesus. Wrong mindset. It's not only men that should initiate sex. In fact, it's usually a turn on for many men when women initiate sex. Now, I understand some people are married to very funny men that if you initiate sex, they'll say, are you always the only way you're thinking about? They are the ones that are abnormal. So I need you to get that. If a man is saying that to you when you're a woman, you're initiating, and I'm talking about married people. If a man is saying that to you as a woman when you're initiating, then he is the one that has the problem. Most normal men that are in love with their wives and that want sex with their wife, they don't mind the women initiating. In fact, in a lot of my counseling sessions, one of the complaints men have that women don't initiate sex. So hey, once in a while as a wife, initiate. Men love it. Initiate. Take control sometimes, and do stuff. All right. So it's a wrong mindset to think that only men must initiate sex. Number 9, wrong mindset is that my spouse must agree to have sex with me whenever I want to have sex. They must. Now, biblically speaking, marriage is a covenant, and in a covenant, your body is never your own. You are not your own. Nothing you own is your own. So you see this in 1 Corinthians 7. It says the wife doesn't have authority over her own body, but it belongs to the husband. The husband also doesn't have authority over his own body, but it belongs to the wife. That you must render to each other due benevolence. All right. So yes, that is the truth. However, there are times your partner might not be ready to have sex, and you should be considerate. Now, it's your right, yes, in quote, but you see, in marriage, we don't fight for our rights. We fight for the mutual rights. We fight for the relationship right. Okay, so if your partner is not interested in having sex with you, the question shouldn't be that they must have sex with you. The question should be, why are they not interested in having sex with you? That's what you're concerned about. I have to deal with men a lot of times because men and women have different sexual patterns. We'll do a whole new video on that one. Men and women have different sexual preferences, all right? Men are very compartmentalized. So this means that everything in their life is separated. Their sex life and their work life and their relationship, their marriage, everything is different. So they can have sex even when they're quarreling with their wife. They can have sex even when they're not in good terms with their wife. They can be hot quarrel today and they insulted the wife in the morning, and by night they still want to have sex with her because that's a different department. The fact that our sales department is quarreling doesn't mean admin is fighting. Admin can still operate. That's how men see it. So for women, on the other hand, everything with them is together as one. So men's mind is like rice, one. Women's mind is like spaghetti. Everything is mixed up. It's one big box. So if they are not happy with the relationship at home, if you insulted them last week, they don't feel loved in the morning, they won't be in the mood for sex in the night. It's all mixed together and linked together. So men don't understand why she's not having sex with me. And I'm asking them, how is the relationship? Is she happy generally? Or are you letting her do all the housework? She's doing all the housework, taking care of the kids, still going to her own job and doing all these things, and you come at night and you just want to have sex with her. No, if she's stressed, if she's emotionally drained, if she feels you are cheating on her or you're not treating her right or whatever it is, it's going to affect her mood for sex. Women don't get turned on that easily. The way men get turned on. All right, so I'm just using women as an example. Sometimes it's men that are withholding sex too. I'm just saying the point is that the question is not come and have sex with me by force. The question more like is why is your partner not interested in sex? So deal with the root cause, not just the symptoms, okay? So that's the wrong mindset to think, oh, because we're Christians, I must now. It's the right thing, don't get me wrong, it's the right thing for their body to be available to you at all times. But if it's not being available, I think you should focus more on the why. All right? All right, so next one is also related to the last point. This next point is I can deny my partner sex for as long as I want. So that is also not true. I've seen many couples like that where the wife rations out sex as if it's palliative. I'm telling you, they ration out sex as if it's palliative. So take this one, come next year, June. Take your ticket, the right ticket, come next year, June. No! Sex is part of your duty in marriage. That's the truth. It's part of your duties in marriage. When you say I do at the altar, it's part of the thing you said you would do. So begin to do. Make sure you do. It's part of your duties in marriage. That's why the Bible calls it, render to your spouse due benevolence. 1 Corinthians 7. Give to your spouse from 1 to 5 or thereabout. Render to your spouse due benevolence. So the reason people don't give their partner sex is that they want to always be in the mood. No, you will not always be in the mood. That won't happen. But if you understand it's your responsibility, whether you're in the mood or not, you make yourself available. You will both not always be in the mood. There's no time. It's not going to happen that all the time you guys are in the mood all at the same time. No, your moods will vary because life has happened. You have kids, you have job, you have stress, you have this. So you won't likely be in the mood all the time at the same time. So there are times the man will be in the mood, the woman is not in the mood. There are times the woman will be in the mood, the man is not in the mood. What do? You give yourself commitment. So my wife says something that is called there's dutiful sex and there's beautiful sex. All right, there's dutiful sex and there's beautiful sex. So beautiful sex is when both of us are in the mood, we have the time, everything's cool, we do all the foreplay, afterplay, everything's enjoyable, both of us are in the mood. Beautiful sex is when one person is not in the mood and the other person is really in the mood. So what do? You that you're not in the mood, you bring up your A game, you still put it on. And you don't do it grudgingly, you don't say, oh, I'm not in the mood, you don't do that. Don't make the person feel like they're begging you. All right, put up your A game, put up the show, give it a good performance. You know what I'm talking about. And don't let them feel like they're begging you. All right, it's part of your duties. It's part of what you sign. I don't know how somebody can say they're married and they don't want to have sex. I'm wondering, what do you think we do in marriage? You have sex. It's part of it. It's part of the duties of marriage. So some women, let me use men, but some people are more interested in giving their husband food than giving them sex. Sometimes the man is okay, can get food, can buy food from Basira. If you're living abroad, you don't know what Basira is. Basira is our own KFC. If you know what I'm talking about. It's our own fast food. You understand? So he can get food from anywhere, but that sex is what he needs you to provide. So don't say you're too busy. All right? There are quickies. You can have a quickie. So you're both rushing to work, whatever. You can have a quickie. Quickie is that you're not going, no foreplay, no this. You don't even remove clothes to do it. You just do it under 2 seconds or 3. Okay, let me move on. 21 is that sex is just a physical act. No, it's not. Sex is largely psychological. In fact, your biggest sexual organ is your mind. Your biggest sexual organ is your mind. Sex is not a physical thing. Is a psychological thing. So this is why your mental state and the connection you share with the person is even more important than the size of the person's body and all those other things that we try to focus on. Sex is not just physical. It's emotional and spiritual and mental. So those things are also important. All right? So marital sex is generally more enjoyable than sex outside marriage, unlike what people think. All right? So it's a wrong mindset to think that marriage is just physical, sex is just physical. No. Your biggest sexual organ is your mind. Your biggest sexual organ is your mind. That takes me to the next point. Number 22. Is not yet cheating if there's no sexual penetration. It's not yet cheating if there's no sexual penetration. No, sexual sin has nothing to do with penetration. Or let me say it this way, it doesn't start with penetration. When God talks about holiness, it first starts from your mind. So as Christians, we don't really talk about celibacy. That's not what we do. We talk about purity. Celibacy and purity are different. Some people talking about celibacy are very impure in their thoughts. They're very impure in their words. They've already committed a lot of atrocities. They've not just penetrated. No, for us as Christians, we talk about sexual purity. And that starts from the mind. Jesus Christ said, whoever looks after a woman to lust after her has already committed the act in her already. So God is talking about you keeping your mind clean. How much more your body? All right, so sexual purity for us doesn't start from the body. It starts from the mind. Being wholesome, being clean. All right, even what you look at, you censor what you're consuming. Even the movies, the music, the things you're consuming, you censor it. Because sexual purity is not the same as celibacy. Sexual purity is that you're keeping yourself pure before the Lord. All right, so if a married person it's not until you go and commit the physical act for your cheating. No, if you're already having chats or already talking to someone in a sexual context the way you shouldn't be, you're already in cheating. If you're already having to delete chats, you're already in cheating. That's already infidelity. It's not until you physically commit the act, okay? Very important, because God knows that you never physically commit the act. You must first commit the mental and the verbal before you get to the physical, all right? So God nips it from the bud, all right? Just like Job said, I've made a covenant with my eyes. Why should I look unto a woman? Yeah, purity starts from even what you look at, what you consume, all right? Number 23, this one is very common. You need to find someone you are sexually compatible with. sexual compatibility. Singles ask me this one all the time in conferences. That pastor, we say we should not have premarital sex. How will I know that I'm sexually compatible with the person I'm dating or the person I want to marry? There's no such thing as sexual compatibility. There's only sexual commitment. There's nothing like sexual compatibility. There's only sexual commitment. Very important. When people say sexual compatibility, they are waiting for somebody that will both have rocket, explosive sex, will both be at the same level, enjoy everything. That doesn't happen. That's a myth. That's an idea. You see, even if it happens when you guys are dating, when life happens to you, in marriage, it's not going to happen. What are the chances that both of you are going to have the same sexual pleasure, the same sexual urge, the same sexual desire at the same time? When life happens, you guys have a job, you have rent, you have kids, you have things you're doing. It's not likely that both of you want sex the same day, the same time, the same way. So one person wants at night, another person wants in the morning, one person wants in the afternoon, another person wants to next week. What both of you need is sexual commitment, a commitment to each other, not sexual compatibility. Nobody's going to be compatible all the time. What you need is sexual commitment. This means no matter how I feel, I understand it's my duty and I bring in the game. I still give it my best shot today, even though I'm not in the mood at all. I have work I'm thinking about, but I understand my partner needs me today, so I bring it on. It's sexual commitment you need, not sexual compatibility. Nothing like sexual. You won't always want sex the same way, the same time. Both of you. What are the chances that both of you want the same sex? No, it's not going to happen. But sexual commitment makes it happen, whether or not I feel like. And for those that are single saying, I'm looking for who will be sexual compatible. So how many people are you going to sample before you know who you're compatible with? So you sample Jane. You say, 30% compatibility. So you sample Jennifer, 38%. So you sample Ruth, 50%. So you sample all the girls first. And if you think they're compatible to you, how do you know you'll be compatible to them? They too, they are sampling you. So far, you know, the whole of you have slept with all of you. It makes no sense. Let's not talk about the unwanted pregnancies that will come out of this sampling and the STDs. It makes no sense. It's not God's way. It doesn't even make psychological sense or scientific sense. The real thing that happens to people, what you need is sexual commitment, not sexual compatibility. So for saying we're going to be committed to pleasuring each other. That's what. So when people start on sexual compatibility, when they get in and find out it's not, even making time to have sex when you're married is work. You have to plan it that Tuesday night. I'm around. Because your life is happening, you have a problem, you have work. If you don't plan sex, you will never have sex as a married couple because you're both busy. So it's commitment that makes it work. You bring in the A game, you plan it, and you give it your best shot. That's what happens, not compatibility. And even if you start with compatibility, you're not going to be compatible next week. If you're tired. It's commitment, sexual commitment over sexual compatibility. All right? Number 24. If you're a virgin, you automatically have a great marriage. If you're a virgin, you automatically have a great marriage. Some people think if I'm a virgin, I'm going to have a great marriage. Just think, oh, I've kept myself. God owes me. God will settle me. I've kept myself. Listen, first of all, you're keeping yourself for your own sanity. You're honoring God, but you're also doing it for your own. All the instructions of God are for you, not for Him. He's not getting anything by you living in obedience. You are saving yourself all the stress that you would have faced sleeping around. All right? So that's one. Number two, and just because you're a virgin doesn't mean automatically they will bring one handsome, godly man on a tray for you and say, Dorime. And bring the for you. No. You will still need to learn about marriage like every other person. Do you understand? You still need to learn about what qualities to choose in a man, how to know a good man, and how to even live with that good man when you marry him. You still need to learn it. It's not going to happen automatically just because, you are a virgin. It's not just going to happen just because you're a virgin. You need to learn. All right, you need to learn these qualities: who to marry, how to recognize a good man, how to even live with a good man. What are the requirements of a wife other than just being a virgin? And this also applies to men, of course. You can't say I'm a virgin, so God will give me a good woman. It doesn't work like that. You need to learn all the other things associated. All right, so it's not automatic that you have a good marriage because you're a virgin. It's not automatic. You need to learn. I've seen many virgins marry wrong because they had this mindset that whoever I marry, God just bless me. No, you have to learn like all of us. All right, and get it right. Okay. So number 25. Last point of the 25 wrong mindsets is that sex is everything. That's number 25. There's some people that walk about thinking sex is the only thing in marriage. Hey, once I marry like this, all the books you're reading is on sex, all the videos are on sex. They say, once I marry, hey, once they blow. See, calm down. It's not only sex we're having as married couples. There are a lot of other things that we need to deal with every day-to-day life. There are couples that even have sex in a year, in 5 months. Now, that's wrong. We'll do videos on the healthy time to have sex, but I'm just trying to say that there are couples that don't have time. It's not just happening. It's not all sparks and explosion and bomb and fire, as you think, No, sometimes it's just dutiful sex. Sometimes it just seems routine and boring sex. All right? It's not all happening like that. So sex is not everything. There are a whole lot of other things going on. We're paying bills. We're raising kids. We are making decisions. We are working. We are doing all that. We're still serving God. All right? So there's a lot of other things about your life, not just sex. Don't get so consumed with sex. Especially now as a single person moving to marriage. People are so consumed. You're not reading anything. You're not thinking of anything. Just sex. All you look at when you see human beings, their physical body, their bomb, their boss, their everything, their shape. That's all you see. You don't even look at their mind, their spirits. You don't see anything else. You don't see their spiritual life. Look, they found out that the more spiritual somebody is, the more potential of the marriage lasting. Not their looks. Their looks, the Bible says beauty, charm is deceitful, beauty is vain. This is what happens to when you're too superficial and you focus only on the outward. They say those things fade and they are vain. But the inward man, the woman that fears the Lord, she shall be praised. So don't make the mistake of just marrying somebody's bust size and bum size and shape and chest. There's more to a person. There's more to life than sex. There's more to a person than their body. All right? So there are more important things to focus on in life, not just sex. So don't be so consumed with sex.